Hey, welcome back everyone to more Digimon World 3. Last time we went to the real world and defeated the one that was in the Magasta military base, but it didn't help and they still managed to launch the giant warship. Then we also went and did some auctions, beat up Baihu leader, and then made our way to Amaterasu's north sector. And now, as you see, I'm now level 45. I did a tiny bit of level grinding. The only reason I did a tiny bit of level grinding is because I want to be able to, you know, have time to actually get the secret Mega Digimons before the playthrough is over. Because I've done some estimation on when I'll be able to get their Mega forms. And if my calculations are correct, both Ottoman and Renama will be able to get theirs around like before or around 55. But Agumon, if I've calculated correctly, as I said, it'll be closer to level 60 before he can get his secret mega. So that's why I'm still doing some off-screen grinding if they're not needed, just so I can, make my progress through the evolutions. So yeah, I'm gonna go outside and make my way towards Xuan Wu City so I can beat him up. Then we'll be do the auction that comes after beating Xuan Wu leader. Then I think it's taking on Amaterasu City. Then I'll do a bit of Amaterasu story. And then for the remainder of the stream, as I said in the stream title, do some side content like eating up all the mega bosses that are in Amaterasu, and then probably do the Amaterasu's Dual Island. It's probably like the side content I'm gonna have time to do today. But as you see, Kotamon now has Imperial Dragon Dragon mode. Because within training him to level 45, I managed to get Kyodramon to level 50 and learned Imperial Dragon mode. And now I have to be Imperial Dragon mode until he reaches level 99. So you're going to be seeing a lot of Imperial Dramon on Kotlin. Renamon, as you saw, I managed to learn Myotismon. It turns out it was not reaching level 40, it was reaching level 50, which we probably figured out in last stream too, because I bothered to go out of my way to make Devimon to 40, but still. Renamon needs to get Devimon to level 50 before she gets Myotismon. And now I have to use Myotismon to level 99 on Renamon, so also it's gonna be a mainstay. Now, I'm not sure if you guys managed to pay attention to the victory screen or whatnot, but Agumon, I've trained a little bit of Paildramon. Because I do have to train Imperial Dragon mode on Agumon as well. However, I did get Stingmon to level 50, and the Digivolution that Stingmon gets, if you need to get the other half for Black or Greymon, is, can I can show you, Kabuterimon. Yep, that's right. For some reason, Stingmon learned Kabuterimon in this game. I'm not sure why they think Kabuterimon is stronger than Stingmon. What does you see there? Kabuterimon comes from Stingmon. And the reason I did some Pokemon training first before doing Kabuterimon is because I wanted to show Kabuterimon on screen. Because seeing me training up Imperial Agumon is not going to be needed on screen because, you know, I'm already using Imperial on Kotemon. You don't need to see me using Imperial Agumon as well. We just make it too confusing for the viewers. So all the Imperial training will be done off screen. So on screen he's just going to be Kabuterimon TV until Kabuterimon reaches level 40. What do you get to say, Agumon? I'm exhausted. We're capturing them. They've been working us hard. Alright? Vmon. If the real leader wasn't caught, I digivolve into Digimon and defeat them all. Funny you mentioned a Digivolution form that's not in this game, Vmon. Because Digimon is not in this game. The only Digimon in this game is one of the cards. More shield, alright, that's what they gave you in Xuan Wu. Because if you were to say Digimon to X Vmon, I understand, but Digimon to Digimon? And what are you on about, Vmon? Digimon isn't even in the game. I can't even get my own Digimon. So let's do this. Let's defeat Xuan Wu Chief. I'll have Redamon be the lead. But I'm gonna try to have all three of them do this fight with Xuan Wu leader. Or sorry, Xuan Wu Chief. So you've reached here. I should have known from the defeat of the others. Xuan Wu Chief, you have the black ID pass. Yes, I do. Do you want it? Then fight with me and take it from my hand. You betcha, I'm gonna do just that. Alright, started with a bolt bomb. Alright, let's just do some cool teleportation. And teleport again. Well, I did like no damage. Both of them did a lot of damage to me, so I guess I do Mega Strength then. Now, I do a bit more damage now. Stop throwing your tomahawk at me. Or at least you want to call it a tomahawk, even though it's not a tomahawk. I mean, it's just a battle axe that he throws. Not sure why they insist on calling it tomahawk. But if not mistaken, tomahawks are just supposed to have one blade, not two blades. Hold one down. Hey, it's y'all marathon. Fancy seeing you here, buddy. But you will be facing off against an Imperial Dragon Dragon mode. So, see you, Scott Marathon. It's a four-legged fight. Alright, you're very bulky, Scott Marathon. A poor little imperator unfed base. But you're very slow though, Scrum Marathon. Like really slow. And considering how slow Scrum Marathon is, I should dodge it more often than I do if I'm that much faster than him. That I double him on literally every turn. Alright, they had a Puppet Mon. No, don't do this to me, Puppet Mon. Ow. Why do you do so much damage, Puppet Mon? I have to face the wrath of a Caputarimon. Who's going to burn you with Giga Fire? You lived the Giga Fire. At least you took about as much damage as I was expecting. Good. Blocking one made no difference. And the battle was won. Yeah, I want to get Xuan Wu Chief. And I've got the Black ID pass as well. So all that's left is Amaterasu City. Let's go. Also, I have to go to an auction. So it's not directly Amaterasu City up next protagonist. It could be a tiny bit of sidetracking. And since they are level 45, good train them in the gym, yes. And I forgot to pay it back, because this is an item that I think I got from the... I got that from the new one in Amaterasu's Jungle Grave. That the brown new mouse can drop this. And this is a helpful item, this training book. Because it makes it so that Digimon is more likely to succeed in the training section than fail in the gym. And honestly, it should be pretty obvious that succeeding training session is way better than failing the training session. So yeah, that is why everyone has really high speed, because they focus on the speed stat. Yeah, now our whole team has over 700 speed. Wait, there should be like nothing that should be able to outspeed. And since I am technically level 45, I can start doing the whole using around for the post-game weapons for both Kotamon, Renamon, Agumon. However, I'm not gonna do that this game because I don't have enough bits anyway to be able to buy all the weapons needed for crafting. because I'll need to buy weapons from Amaterasu City, which is very expensive, and then also buy from Xuan Wu City. That's it. I have 150,000 bits, but I need way more than 150,000 to do the side, or not side content, but the extra step needed to unlock the post game. I've beaten up so many of you, Marathon. How are there so many of you left? I've beaten up like your whole clan, especially with Agumon. He's been the worst Marathon killer of them all. It's a lot better to have Mega Digimon, okay? So I can actually use the attack command instead of only being leveled on techniques. So, for a second, this should be the quickest way to get to Asuka Central by digging a hole from Amaterasu's north. That should take me to Amaterasu's plug cave. And then I believe a plug cave take like a hole in the Shell Beach or something, and that should lead me to Asuka's east. But I will double check it with the whole map of the circuit board. I'm gonna double check it to make sure that I'm not taking an overly complicated route. Let's maybe just take one hole that gets me there immediately. So excuse me a second here. Right, that Amaterasu North Pole only leads to different parts of Amaterasu. Hmm. No? See, Asuka South into Asuka South. Nope. Asuka North, but doesn't lead anywhere. Asuka West doesn't lead anywhere. Amaterasu North doesn't lead anywhere. There are a lot of holes that either don't lead anywhere or just lead within the exact same location. Is this the hole? No, that's the same thing there. Just Amaterasu to Amaterasu. Starting off from Amaterasu's north. Okay, I can get to Asuka's north from Amaterasu north. I'm gonna see if there's any way to actually get from Amaterasu's north directly into Asuka Central. Otherwise, I'll just have to do those complicated. So far, does not seem like it. Looking through all these holes. Because I start in west and it takes me to west sector. And that's what most holes seems to be leading to. West sector to west sector. But if you want to go from like north to anywhere that's not north, it's really impossible for some reason. Not sure what they were thinking when they designed the holes in this game, as to why they thought, yes, this is a good idea. No, it looks like the best I can do. Yeah, like the best I can do is just going from Amaterasu north to central. They need to find a hole from central to Asuka server. It's weird they can do it that way. Like they really want you to take a complicated route for no reason. But yay, Digimon mini game. That is definitely not slower than the Submarine mini game. Oh come on. You really want to do this, huh? Fine then, Rockman. I will take some time to defeat you, and it's gonna take a while because of your stupid double guard shenanigans. I'm just gonna do this to bypass this dumb defense boosting by using a wisdom technique. That way, it does not matter how much he boosts his physical defense, because I'm attacking his magical defense. So yeah, that's why magic has some uses in Digimon World 3. Like, it's very limited compared to just the normal attack. Anyway, yes, we're now going to Asuka Central, so we can get to that. To get like the third to last auction, because I believe it should only be like two more auctions after this one. Okay, game. I can say I wasn't in the corner of that block, but sure, if you say so, game. Bum 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 bum. I'm gonna get stuck in a corner somehow. Ah, there we go. The dreaded turkeys can be turned. Great to see you here. I three-shot him because I've been ignoring fighting him for so long as he's given to him. He's no longer a threat. I'm gonna concede the fact that he did almost 600 damage and I'm level 45 shows how much of a threat he really is. Kirky's given to him. I even give it 222, which is about the same amount of experience as you get from random enemy thing. Amaterasu West, if I'm mistaken. They're doing big drops from 200 something something bits instead of going for a whole number. If I'm mistaken, every single Tilamon version is weak to fire. Like, yeah, I think so. They do. All the Tilamons are just weak to fire. Now, since this one doesn't have a scarf, they're using the virus type version of them in this game. For those of you wondering, like, what do you mean virus version of Antilamon? There's only one Antilamon. To that, I just say, no, it's not correct. There exist two different types of Antilamons there in the digital world. There exists the one that becomes Cherubimon, which is a data type Antilamon that has a scarf around its neck. Then there's the evil Antilamon that we just saw, that has like a weapon gem on like its torso and no scope. That Antilamon is supposed to be a virus type, and it digivolves into Cherubimon. So technically, there exists two different Antilamons depending on which version of its mega you want to get. Wow, Hercules doesn't give you a guaranteed level up when you're level 45. That's ridiculous. Let's double check. This is the hole that I want, right? Like I want to go from Amaterasu Shell Beach to be able to connect me to Asuka's Shell Beach. Mm-hmm. Sorry, just looking through the holes again. My map of them. To see if I was correct that that's the hole I want. No. Oh. No. I can just look for Amaterasu in the name of these maps instead of everything. Because I'm being foolish and looking through all the maps, even though I should just make it easier on myself. Right, so let's see. If we go from Amaterasu Central to Asuka's West. That's interesting. Is to wait for me to get into Asuka Central though. Doesn't look like it. It looks like every other hole just leads straight into Amaterasu West. Because either you start in Asuka's North, going into Asuka Central. I don't see any other there. Yeah, there we go. I thought so. There was a hole for that. Thought so. I found the hole I was looking for. Well, maybe there was something like that. But it was an Amaterasu Central Park, Shell Beach. I could lead me to Asuka, same area.